You said the puffy call and said, "Was that us?" And you didn't not say anything. I didn't not say anything. No doubt you're correct. Yes, he loved Tupac. We, as a whole, realize that about a portion of the talks he said. He said the very that emerged from Parkmouth, great business. Not to be found in open. However, the person that you've contrived to carry out a homicide with why you all didn't get Orlando number one. Orlando didn't sit in one spot right. Orlando realized that you folks realized that he did it precisely. No doubt previous gangster Keith D has emerged to blame music tycoon Diddy for paying him $1 million to complete a hit on rap legends Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight huge D cases. He declined the proposition, yet the ramifications of such a proposition have staggered the hip-bounce local area. What might Tiddy's inspirations at any point be? Is there whatever else in question? The fact of the matter is at long last starting to arise the suspect in Tupac's homicide case. Keith D has given a few captivating insights about the fight that killed quite possibly of the most persuasive rapper ever. The individual from the South Group recognizes that he was effectively partaking in the occurrence due to the $1 million he would procure, yet he got no pay. It should be $1 million that Zip should bring back, yet he wound up keeping the cash, purchasing a club with it. Never got any cash, you never for anything. D likewise conceded that when his home was attacked, he told Puffy that he was running short on ammo in light of the fact that their weapons were being taken. I said I was about to get a bread from Puff to get us a few firearms, since they continued to strike our homes taking our firearms. And there was sources that was paying attention to this entire discussion. That as well as Joanne Keith proceeded to make sense of the squabble that occurred on the critical evening of September 13, 1996. You expressed that as your driving up towards the BMW with safeguard driving and Tupac in the front seat. As per D, the shooting started when Keith saw Tupac pulling out something from his pocket and confused it with a gun. As per Keith profound, he was a traveler in the white Cadillac. The evening of the occurrence, he wouldn't name some other suspects, yet he confirmed that the shooter was Orlando Anderson, his nephew. He uncovered this by expressing that he was passing on from malignant growth. Enduring, you say, ought to investigate. He sees you. He takes a gander at you to flavor things up. Reggie Wright Jr. says something regarding the charge that Tiddy was engaged with Tupac's passing from individuals around Park. During that time was that Park was simply concerned in light of the fact that a Stretch knew a portion of those different folks, and he was somewhat transferring data. Allies trust Reggie's variant of occasions. Yet they are additionally worried for his security, feeling like Reggie realizes he's leaving. On foundation of uncertainty and putting all the data out there, some of them suspect Reggie is concealing something. I feel like this person has much more data he's not letting us know, despite the fact that Suit was right close to the killed rapper. He has not emerged and said who shot him in Tupac, which can be one reason it took such a long time to find the genuine culprit. Oak certain well. I mean, so when he emerges from sedation, sure anyone that Yugu shot them, right? Yet no, if the police say no one shot him, I accept no one shot it. And in the event that no one shot him, that is the very no one that shot Tupac. When Sud was blamed for being familiar with Tupac's homicide, he answered as follows, said, "Hello, in no way, shape or form, definitely you understand what I mean. No, I don't get out like that. One thing individuals must understand, it's mom-conceived rules around here. As you can see, even those Suits denied knowing who the culprit was. He didn't miss the chance to gloat about how he represented his segment of town. His criminal propensities are obvious in his talk. You might be asking why and how these key components were found, and why Tupac's killer still can't seem to be captured. Tupac's step, as you might know, affected the underground people group. Marriott, an Energy magazine columnist, composed after his terrible experience covering gangling Compton from the roads. There are no simple responses to the bunch questions encompassing Tupac's demise. Yet it has become evident that the rap star's passing And the three manslaughters that followed are just the most apparent misfortunes in a snare of interest that expands profound into the alley underworld PACS. Passing additionally impacted the political world. And as you would expect, governmental issues assumed a part for the situation's current secret Las Vegas cops told LAPD analyst Russell Poole that the principal reason they could never tackle this case is that the legislators didn't need them to. They guaranteed the people pulling the strings informed them that the city didn't need an OJ-style bazaar. You might consider how these realities became visible on the off chance that not during the passing examination, Valletta Wallace Big Deal's mom merits recognition for these revelations. She sued the LAPD for $500 million for a lacking examination concerning Big Deal's homicide. The strain of $500 million, as you might comprehend, kept the LAPD honest. And afterward, the most serious request started Confidence Evans. The spouse of Huge Famous was found to be an assistant at the time. Confidence Evans, Big Deal Small's then wife, purportedly had some awareness of Diddy's trick to kill Tupac criminal D cases, that when the West Coast rapper was killed, he called Diddy and Evans to illuminate them that they were liable for the passing. Analyst Greg Carding offered his point of view on the homicide case as per him. Hold was at that point being scrutinized at the hour of the homicide. So did he passed up giving D the cash, since he needed to keep away from FBI dubious of him, mindful that the FBI's been watching him around here in Los Angeles. And the last thing he believes should do is be straightforwardly connected with this person that he's had. This concurrence with the analyst was on the loose of the investigation for 3 days prior to reasoning that Diddy did this since he was scared of Suge Knight. As per Keithies, as you most likely are aware, Tupac's placed himself on the rundown by all the talking that he was doing, yet it was truly about Shug on the grounds, that it was Shug's muscle that Puffy feared. The criminal investigator concurred that rundown station was involved, yet it involved life and profundity. For the rappers, I additionally comprehend the subtleties of Puffy's trepidation, and is he standing up his butt, his misrepresented discourse, whatever yet the contention was genuine. It was a critical game that the reports on the roads just filled the generally seething hostility between the gangsters. Coming up next is Napoleon Fugitive's point of view as an insider on the death row chain. Abundance Puffy and Terrible Kid was doing a video, and they was paying anybody to bring back a death row chain. The criminal investigator additionally likewise addressed the circling thought concerning death row chains. This understanding that there was an abundance, we've always unable to had the option to find that to a source. Or said I was there when you realize an arrangement was made quality arrangement. Additionally remarked on Diddy's evident flood of misery at Tupac's demise, while covertly rooting for within in the event that you ain't that way in his life. How you going to cherish him in his demise? Gracious. I'm happy to see the dead currently fans ran to the web to guarantee that the endeavored murder